Do you think that people are having a hard time or maybe don't know if they should even prioritize dating in their lives?
Ooh, this is a good one. So again, when we go back to checking what societies okay, so society sets all these interesting and we have to check where these messages come from, but society sets all these messages like now it's high school, then it's college. Now, I mean, I'm laughing because already high school, already pre-gaming college by getting all their APs and showing up like halfway through college already, right? So first it's college, then it's jobs, and then I could climb my career tower, and then I'm maybe 35, and oh shoot, I've not prioritized dating. I may have had casual interactions, relationship, not even relationship, casual relationships. But now, oh shoot, I'm 35 and I'm kind of alone. And or I remember in that case with that couple that I was on the phone with, why did this girl suddenly say like, I want to get married? And I asked her, I said, why now? Like you're together 5 years, why now? I think she was 30, 25 to 30. And you know what she said? All my friends are getting married. So suddenly everyone else had like figured it out. And she was like, oh shoot, I gotta get serious here. So I do think society is like, whatever, kick the bucket down the line, figure it out later. You wouldn't do that with any other area of your life. My goal is Olympics. My goal is climb the career tower. My goal is academia. Whatever my goals are, fitness. You wouldn't say, okay, just whatever, push it down the line. You'd say, no, if this is what is important to me, I'm going to try to do what I can to get there. So sometimes I tell people, I'm like, you need to make this a part-time job. You need to go out there. You need to put yourself out there. You need to step out of your comfort zone. And sometimes that means doing the internal work beforehand to see what hasn't worked until now. Why am I either avoiding relationships or sabotaging potential dates? Like, what am I doing? Like, that's that deep work. And you got to make it a priority. It's not going to just like walk and it happens. Again, that's what we think happens. Well, that's that.
Okay.
It's a
Yeah.
lot.
I think people
It's
have
a
a
lot.
very hard time understanding what it means to make a relationship a priority.
Yeah, I would agree because there's a lot. Here's the deal. We're being pulled in so many directions. We're constantly getting input, sensory input, constantly from billboards to ads to podcasts to everything. We're on the go. We're always doing, 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 doing. So sometimes pausing, which Shabbat's a great opportunity to do that.
Breathing.
Breathing. And be like, okay, let me just check in with myself is essential because we need to slow it down.
And I think even just taking the time to think about the future
Yeah.
and how that future looks.
Yeah. Sometimes that's uncomfortable. Sometimes it's uncomfortable.
Life's uncomfortable.
Yeah. But I think that's in the discomfort is the growth, right? So in that, it's like we tend to avoid things that are challenging or uncomfortable because we want to protect ourselves. But we're really not, right? So one of my favorite lines, and I kind of mentioned something along those lines earlier, but one of my favorite lines is my son in his kindergarten classroom. So he's married already. But in his kindergarten classroom, there was a sign on the wall from the kindergarten teacher that said, Have I failed today? If not, why not?
Kindergarten?
She was maybe teaching the parents that failure is so important, right? We're scared to failure. So we avoid things that are uncomfortable. Let's say I didn't have the healthiest models for relationships, or let's say I've been rejected, or let's say I've had a lot of pain when it comes to close, or maybe I don't know how to open up or be there for someone or have someone in my life. So I'm going to just kind of avoid it. And then everyone around me seems to figure it out. Right. And then we have a lot of people that feel very, very lonely. No matter what their social media profile looks like, right? Like no matter what their perfect vacation
or how many social media accounts they have.
Whatever.
Days.
Exactly.
There's so
Are
many.
they? Do they have a blue check or not? Whatever it looks like from the outside. We're living, in an interesting time. So we gotta pause, think, do some deep work. The results are worth it. I think so. I see the difference in the students in the young people, the former students, the alumni, young alum who do that deep work.
In their marriages and in their...
Before marriage.
Even just in their relationships.
Yeah. I think in general.